In order to make sure the stability and the security of Hong Kong's financial system, Web3 technology and the blockchain technology played important roles. And now let's welcome Hong Kong MA Director and Policy Research Director, Mr. Dong Ian, to talk about the application scenario and the development outlook of blockchain industry. Now let's welcome Mr. Dong. Hi, everybody. I'd like to ask anyone cannot understand Mandarin? If no, then I will speak in Mandarin. Today, I'd like to share with all of you what we are doing in Web3. And some of you may remember back in 2021, the Hong Kong SAR government issued a lot of statements and make people feel that Hong Kong is very similar with Chinese mainland. That in Hong Kong, we were not talking about how crazy cryptocurrency is and how volatile the price is. However, back then, a lot of people were saying, is Hong Kong stop promoting the development of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency? But it's actually not the case. Hong Kong and a Financial Service Development Council is a consultancy institution established by the Hong Kong SAR government. We have a great regulation, but considering the development of the market in 2013, we have been established in 2013, and we have issued about 60 reports covering market promotion, regulation, policy recommendation, as well as recommendations to the other government agencies. Apart from policy research, we are also engaged in marketing and promotion, as well as in talent training and cultivation. Just now, I've mentioned that something very closely related to you, that's the technology application of blockchain. Since 2021, it's not easy when talking about this topic. The application of blockchain technology is
so domestically and overseas. These are non-performing loans, non-performing assets. Our SAR, Hong Kong SAR government did not use such a program. We have had some consultation exercise. The information we receive were not symmetric. This is a topic discussed a lot recently. However, cryptocurrency exchanges did not being fully discussed in 2021. Therefore, we did not understand very well about the market. However, in May 2021, the consultation conclusions being provided. There were a lot of advices given to the Monetary Authority of Hong Kong. So we have negotiated and discussed with government on the following activities. And first, we need to retain the blockchain technology within Hong Kong, because we're not sure about whether this blockchain technology would become the mainstream. If we do not retain blockchain technologies here, it will be difficult for us to explore business further for finance. I see today there are many talents joining us in the meeting, and we need to have talents in Hong Kong. So we need to have contracts. Without salary, without career development, and then it will be difficult to retain talents. So you also need to offer business. Therefore, in the next 15 minutes, and I will talk about how what did we do from a regulation, and also how to develop a business. As we know, finance industries has been quite centralized, and people trade on platforms such as Hong Kong exchanges or Shenzhen exchanges or Nasdaq in US. All of those tradings take place in the centralized platform. So while there are Bitcoin emerged, people feel that they do not get the right to negotiate the price on the centralized platform. So this is not convenient for the development of a decentralized business. Without proper regulation, there are risks for trading. So people went for decentralized approach. So we are a equilibrium, and we are trying to compromise. What does decentralized mean? Well, economy, buyers and sellers, and PK or settlements, and all these are exchange relevant. However, for something decentralized, for example, smart country, we can develop a decentralized system. So let alone those exchanges, and how can smart contract provide service to you for certain assets? If you have the power to decide a price, then buyers and the sellers can negotiate in smart contract. And then in terms of custody, previously, as we know, Stolen is a very important network. So your assets need to be separated in the custodies side, and then for decentralized approach, you will just use wallet to address the issue. So on the right hand, you can have a comparison. How do we view centralized exchanges and also the decentralized smart contract? Nowadays, we have decentralized approach, and Hong Kong started to have regulations on decentralized aspects. So with monitoring, different industries can develop their business with laws and regulations. We have different projects nowadays. Governments and some projects are also having the engagement of government. And for example, Ambrade project, so far, cross-border central bank digital currency. We have ECNY, which is also available in Hong Kong. So you may wonder that Hong Kong dollar also free flow, can have a free flow. Why do we need another approach? because Hong Kong as an international financial center, we need to figure out a way to connect financial business of Hong Kong and also China mainland and with other markets. So participants, including Thailand and Saudi Arabia, they are connecting their business with Hong Kong, while there are also bonds based on token. This is another scenario of an application of blockchain. So why do I say that? Bonds in Hong Kong requires investors to have at least 8 million Hong Kong dollars but token requires or hopes more people to get involved. Green finance is one of the areas that the Hong Kong government hope to facilitate, while bonds, we believe you can get involved in bond investment as well. Tokenizations means how can we leverage a blockchain in a better way. This is also what we want to see progress in Hong Kong. So blockchain has a good essence. That is to say, if there are problem occurs, so there will be a record on booking, and normally you can modify. However, there won't be many people check that. While if you provide a good technology for insurance or for security, then once a problem occurs and all the actions would be recorded in blockchain. That is something good about the blockchain. So apart from the business in terms of anti-money laundries blockchain technology can also help us. 2 weeks ago, I helped Hong Kong police on a forum. They have invited 40. They have invited senior police officers from 40 nations and countries, and so we were discussing about how to leverage blockchain technology for anti-money laundering. You can see these are the participants, including Biden's and also Huobi. Deutsche Bank is a traditional financial institute. So they have some issues, but they may not definitely have connections with an anti-money laundering. So in JPEGs, as people normally say, well, I should not talk much on the topic because they did not get the license to carry out their activities in Hong Kong. They are just telling them that we are in the process of applying for a license. So what I have mentioned, and it's not relevant with anti-money laundering, SBF were previously in Hong Kong as well. And so since the regulation starts and then they went to other places, anti-money laundering can be achieved by blockchain. How? For example, there's so what have happened and been recorded by blockchain. So from cross-border transactions and anonymous and letters and those and all your wallet informations and all of them have a traceability. 2 weeks ago, there was a forum, well, including the two major exchanges that I have mentioned. They said they have cooperation with police. If police are suspecting that some cases are relevant with AML or kind of financial, then they would contact the exchange platform and they would stop some transactions. So traceabilities can help police to trace the amount or the transaction. So in blockchain so that shows how blockchain technologies it's been used for AML. Additionally, for traditional finance, they also need a lot of service providers. They need to understand the transactions from fiat to cryptocurrency or virtual assets. So would you have some illegal behaviors during the process? So these are relevant with exchanges. So in my opinion, so this can increase the traceabilities or minimize tracking errors.
And the expense could be very high, but we know that layer 0, which I heard at the main forum from the professor of UC Berkeley, he talked about the computing power is already much higher than before, and it's increasing really fast. From this perspective, we can understand that at layer 0, the growth is exponential. But on layer 1, for example, blockchain, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, they are already being applied in many scenarios. So the progress at layer 2 and layer 3 will accelerate instead of de-accelerate. This is what I suppose. And for us, we really need to do a good job in terms of regulation and monitoring to help investors to balance their benefits and risks. This is something we have to do. That is why the SFC, EU, and other countries' regulation bodies is also doing this kind of work. Due to time limitation, I'm not going to further elaborate. Thank you very much to Edge for your invitation. And I believe I'm really honored to join the Edge conference. I hope that we can talk these cutting edge topics in the next agenda. Thank you very much for your great sharing.